This ADA 6-hour chart, I just can't get any better. I mean, we get this breakout to the upside. Everybody's going crazy in terms of crypto because this is a illustration of what was happening yesterday in crypto. And then all of a sudden it hits a wall and then it just starts falling. And then people start, some people, not everybody, start freaking out a little bit. This move is such a good move. I've been doing these YouTube videos for almost 6 years, almost daily. This move that's happening right now, even this retracement, is the most commonplace, normal thing that could possibly be happening right now. If something else was happening, I might be concerned, but this is exactly, it's really it's what I want to be seeing. And I want to talk about the move that's happening right now, and I want to track it with you all. We're also in this video, we're going to look at this total value locked piece of data. It's not me just tracking ADA's breaking another all-time high in terms of total value locked. I've been tracking that. This is a brand new piece of data on the total value locked DeFi coming online that I found while I was setting up this video. It caused me to raise an eyebrow in terms of what might be getting ready to happen with ADA. We talk about it all the time. There's an explosion coming. Cardano's going to surprise everybody. So many people they're not paying attention to what's about to happen. And this might be a leading indicator of that. And I'm really excited to talk about what this piece of data is. So before we do that, I want to go to the Cardano daily chart, do some analysis, because right now this is like artwork. This is a daily zoomed out. Everything that you see here, and I mean, this is going back to ADA falling in November, December, January. It's messy, but there's so much structure. There's so much synergy in these charts. This is a picture of the bottoming out of ADA. This is a picture of a pivot to a new cycle. So it's messy, but this is so important. I want to kind of start with this. I want to talk about this rising wedge very briefly because it ties into the very short-term move that ADA is in right now. If we look at this rising wedge, and this rising wedge actually was charted by Chart Prime. It just automatically happened. It's one of their indicators. You can see this X, as ADA is breaking to the downside, starts consolidating. This is what I want to mention. You see this measured move they charted here for ADA. ADA fell almost exactly to that measured move target, right around 23 cents or so. The thing about it is, and there's a point here, ADA fell. Why? Because of this unknown event, this event that absolutely nobody could have ever predicted was about to happen. SEC went after and sued Coinbase, and ADA was listed on there as a security, right? It's labeled as a security by SEC. ADA absolutely just tanked. How is it possible that ADA respected this Chart Prime target so well? Not only that, you can actually just see on this Chart Prime indicator, this is the momentum wave band. You can see in green, ADA almost bouncing perfectly at the bottom of that band. How did that happen? This is because technical analysis works. And we just had a very similar event yesterday. And right now, when people are trying to figure out, man, everything's so bullish. This was a great win yesterday. How is this happening? How did ADA hit a wall and we're coming down? It's because crypto charts, cryptos in general, they respect the structure. They respect resistance and support. They respect the momentum of it all. And one theory that I have for that and why it's so consistent, and I think it's something I can be confident in, this technical analysis, is because there's human beings behind these charts. It's not just news and headline events and breakouts and breakdowns. There's people, and there's a pattern behind the way people act and the way people think, and that's what's illustrated here within this data. It's as simple as that. So yeah, ADA respected all of this, the target, the indicators that we're setting up, everything, and bounced out of it for new structure. And then we started tracking new structure, right? There's this consolidation, this triangle that ADA was consolidating in out of this entire move to the downside. And then what happened? Another just inverse type of event from this event that pushed ADA down. Well, it pushed ADA up. But what's up with this? What's the brick wall all about? Let's discuss it. Everybody, by the way, the Chart Prime indicators I've been having a ton of fun with. Go sign up with them. I'll put a link below. Go sign up with them. Try it out. They're offering a 7-day trial, but you're also going to get my CCV Smart Wave as a bonus when you go sign up with Chart Prime. You can pick, by time frame, you can save a bunch of money depending on what kind of package you pick. But go try it out. Go try this out. And if you're in technical analysis like I am, I'm really excited to be doing a collaboration with them. So go sign up with them, hit the link in the description. But we're going to be using a lot of their indicators as well as the CCV Smart Wave. I want to start with a clip from yesterday just to set some tone for the short-term move that we're trying to figure out right now. However, we hit the target. So I don't know what's going to happen in the short term. I will tell you what I'm monitoring besides that resistance is a throwback. This happens. It really does just happen. So a throwback could be to around the 29 to 30 cent region for ADA, as well as we can probably chart a Fibonacci to give us some nice. So we're about to chart a Fibonacci. I'm not going to show that whole entire clip, but we're charting a Fibonacci. This is the move that happened, right? This is the move that we're anticipating. You can see us anticipating that move yesterday. And then boom, this is the move. This is the move happening. And again, it's just because technical analysis, it works. And it's good to put the emotion of pumps, it's good to put it aside and don't get pulled into that and really look at charts realistically. So what happened? One of the things that happened was we had the swing high to swing low, and ADA pulled right into this Fibonacci resistance area, right? So that's a piece of resistance ADA hit. Not only that, it hit the target out of this triangle that we were tracking as well. So it hit a bunch of different confluent resistance areas. I believe the 200-day moving average, if we go over here to the daily chart, I believe it's on there. There's that red line. So there's resistance. You can just see ADA hitting that as well. So much resistance, ADA, once again, respected it. ADA even hit this band, this chart prime band on the daily, and you can see currently it's just kind of consolidating. Now, I want to go back to the 6-hour chart and just discuss. The Fibonacci is a little different today because ADA actually went a little higher than in yesterday's video, but it's basically this area right before ADA took off to the swing high, and we have just this 618 to 786 Fibonacci pullback area. It's an area of support that is not guaranteed to hold, but it's this first area that I am very much watching. If you're on a short-term chart, this is the chart that I'd be watching like a hawk, right? It's a 618 around 32 cents, the 786 around 30 and a half cents. So there's still like 2 cents to the downside to even test this lower area, not to mention the potential throwback to the apex of the triangle, and that's in the 29 cent region, right? So that's in play. And I can't say this enough. It's not something that most people would enjoy. I won't sit here and say that I would enjoy that, but I will say this. Moves like that are normal. In the immediate short term, I'm looking at this Fibonacci area to see if ADA can hit some support and just continue this move to the upside, right? That's essentially what we want to see. If we pull up something like the CCV power band that's in testing, you don't get this if you get the chart prime indicators because I'm still testing this, but you can just see this band, the CCV power band, ADA fell right back into it to the lower end of this band even, and you're seeing kind of this confluent support area with the Fibonacci and the lower end of this band. So this on the very short term as I do this video could be an interesting area to see if ADA just pulls back in and actually continues to the upside in the short term. That's not a guarantee, but it's something I'm watching. Going to the daily chart, this is what I wanted to do on the daily. I wanted to compare this move to this band on chart prime to what happened back here, because there's a lot of similarities right now. Even this 200-day moving average, where we're on a daily chart, the 200-day moving average kind of meeting ADA where it is right now. But you can just notice, what did ADA do back here? It kind of out of this oversold environment, got this chart prime buy signal, ADA just started making a move to the upside. And where did it stall out? It stalled out right here at this lower end of this red band, and it consolidated. What's ADA doing right now? It's stalling out at the lower end of the band, and it's consolidating. But what I want to point out, I want to bring in the CCV Smart Wave now. I want to show you something. If we're looking at ADA breaking out all the way back here, notice something. When it hit this red band and kind of just needed to consolidate before actually going higher, and that's the case here, if ADA is going to go higher and break out higher, what was the Smart Wave doing? And namely, I want to point out the histogram. So this turquoise wave that you see here, what was ADA doing? ADA, when it was hitting this red band, it was kind of just getting started, right? ADA is in a very similar environment in terms of momentum as it's hitting this band, and it's consolidating right now. This histogram just getting started. And the reason I say that is because that histogram is useful for multiple different reasons. But if you zoom out, you can just see when this histogram is getting kind of in that overbought area or above overbought, you can see ADA's topping out, right? Topped out there, overbought back here, started topping out. Just a really nice indicator that this fall was about to happen. But the thing that's drawing my attention on this smart wave is the very fact that there is still a lot of room for upside for ADA before we're even in that overbought territory on that histogram. So that's something I'm very closely watching as ADA does meet this red band resistance, the chart prime resistance, and a bunch of other things. We talk about this 200-day moving average. Well, if we go to a weekly chart right now, everybody look at this. There's no moving averages on the screen. I'm going to put the 50. There's the 50 and the 20. Look at that weekly wick. It's ugly. I'm very curious. There's still 2 days left of this weekly candle. I don't know what's going to happen this weekend, but this resistance is not what we want to see. So we want to definitely see a continuation for ADA. Let's talk about what that looks like on the 6-hour chart. So here's the 6-hour. Let me kind of clean up the chart a little bit so we can see a little bit better. But on the 6-hour, and then we're going to look at this total value lock data point, which I'm really excited about. We're looking at this consolidation that's happening right now, right? So we can take our Fibonacci from the swing high. Right now, we could take it to the swing low, but there's a case ADA goes lower, right? We talk about all of these targets to downside. ADA could go to, down here, right? But I in the short term, as for the sake of doing this video, this short-term swing high to swing low that ADA's in right now, if ADA actually just starts moving back to the upside, this 1618 could be a nice target for ADA, which would be in the 40-cent range. Now, the reason why that's important, you go back here to the daily chart, we can kind of get rid of the indicators. I want to put the moving averages on the screen. The reason why a move to 40 cents is so important is because of this. The true move that we're really waiting for is this 20-day moving average to cross above. Let me get rid of this circle. This blue line, right? So if ADA does make a powerful move through the resistance and starts cruising up towards 40 cents as a next higher high target, we're going to start seeing this 20-day moving average start crossing above the 50-day moving average. And that just becomes so incredibly important. Is that going to happen in the short term? I don't know. That's just the bullish case for the short term. If there's going to be continuation for crypto markets, if there's going to be bullish continuation for altcoin markets. Now, again, that's one scenario. That is not a guarantee. But if there is an explosive move for ADA and other cryptos, that's the next target I'd be looking for if that happens. Now, to the downside on the short term, once again, even without the Fibonacci, a nice visualization is just the typical throwback visualization, breaking out, hitting a target, and throwing back to a key trend line. If that were to happen, what is happening here? It's very simply just a higher low area, but we'd really want to see all of the support hold for ADA. Otherwise, we're in a very bearish environment if ADA starts actually just breaking down and start testing this low all the way back here. And it's amazing to know the volatility in these markets can lead us from an amazingly just crazy euphoric bullish day to all of a sudden just hoping this fail-safe support holds. And that's the Fibonacci retracement that we've discussed for support, as well as this. But what I can say is this: if ADA fell down to this area, let's say it fell to 29 cents from where it is right now, we're looking at another 10% move, 10, 11% move for ADA. I just want to say this. It would not surprise me at all. I wouldn't enjoy it, but it would be normal. Let's pivot over to total value locked. I want to talk about this, everybody. This total value locked is something I noticed. $186 million total value locked. And you can actually see it's actually broken the yearly high. This was in June. You can see it was 183 million. So this is an all-time high for the year for total value locked in USD. But I went back and I said, all right, when was actually ADA last $186 million total value locked? And it was all the way back here, right around, it was like May 8th, the first week of May or so, second week of May. We go to a weekly chart, zoomed out, and you see this yellow line that I have here marked total value locked. somewhere around here, right before ADA and just crypto in general started falling. I forget which exchange was probably collapsing at the time, but something crazy happening there, obviously. So basically, this is the point, and this is actually incredible to see. ADA was double the price. However, total value locked on chain is the same as where it is now. If we could take fundamentals of what's happening on the blockchain and use it as an indicator, I don't think there's a more powerful indicator to hint at and show us what is potentially getting ready to happen. Because now, if ADA does go bullish, maybe it doesn't, right? Maybe we still fall and then we go bullish all the way over here. But if and when ADA goes bullish and we're actually at these levels again, 70 cents, and we're hardly even a bull market even then. I mean, we're not even in a bull market right now. This is happening, but we're at 70 cents again. What is total value locked going to look like for ADA? Because ADA total value locked, in terms of ADA, it just keeps going up. So what is it going to look like? I think this is one of the most powerful leading indicators that we have, and it has nothing really to do with price charts other than just taking note of where price is. It's all about total value locked and what's happening with DeFi right now. DeFi with the rest of crypto obviously consolidating a little bit in the last day or so, but man, just there's so much good stuff happening on Cardano blockchain right now, and it's going to be very interesting to see. So on the short term, everybody, this is what we'll be watching for. If ADA keeps falling, is there going to be support? Is there going to be support even right now in the immediate short term? Because right now, as I do this video, ADA is just above this Fibonacci. So that Fibonacci, just for your note, is 32 cents at the 618 to 30.5 cents at the 786. Don't forget about the apex down here. If ADA is going to keep falling, will support hold? This is what I'll be watching really overnight into tomorrow, into this weekend, because again, what happens with this weekly close is going to be important. It would be great to see ADA make him move and close above these moving averages. It's not that far, but it could be a stretch to see that in just the next 2 days. Time will tell. We'll see. We'll monitor. I appreciate all of you for sticking around. Make sure you go sign up with Chart Prime. And again, shout out to them. I'm excited to be doing this collaboration with them. And obviously, when you sign up, I'm getting a kickback, and it definitely helps the channel, and it helps us grow on YouTube. And if you're not a subscriber, everybody, hit the subscribe right now, hit the like, and I'll see you in the next video. God bless.